Hi everyone, hope you've all been having a good Christmas so far. Just thought I'd do a quick video today, show off a few things that I got. Some of it was Christmas presents, some of it is just stuff that I bought myself either just before or just after Christmas. So yeah, I'll start with the stuff I got just before Christmas, and it's quite a good start from my point of view anyway, because I finally managed to get the spoiler pieces for my wheeljack. I found a knackered old beat up one on eBay, but it had the spoiler pieces on it, and normally you don't see the spoiler pieces on them, so snapped that one up. And it also had didn't come with all its accessories, but it did come with another missile. So I have now got two missiles, although he did, you know, he's supposed to come with four, but he came with two missiles. Sorry, I've now got two missiles even. God, I'm talking rubbish already. So that means I can display him in robot mode with all his accessories as well. So I'll probably still try and get another couple of missiles from at some point, just for sort of completionist sake, because I'm a bit of a completionist. So yeah, that's another sort of item to tick off the list, as it were. And this doesn't want to go back in the box now. There we go. Let's stick that out of the way. What else did I get? I also got a couple of friends of mine up in Birmingham. Knew I'd been looking out for these. And they seem to be very hard to find, certainly from what I've seen anyway in this country. But I got a couple of the Creon micro changers, Waspinator and Crankstart. So they're pretty cool. The only sort of disappointing thing about them is that they don't use all the parts in both modes. I'll show you. In this mode, Waspinator doesn't use his human legs, or robot legs rather. And Crankstart does use all his pieces in his car mode, some sort of buggy I think it is. But when he's in robot mode, he doesn't use like both, all four wheels. He only has two wheels on him, so you've always got kind of loose bits hanging around, unfortunately, which is why I leave him in there vehicle modes at the minute, because there's less stuff not being used, so less stuff to go missing. What else did I get? Ah, yes, this was the last thing I got before Christmas, and so it's Prowl from Transformers Energon, the Micromaster Combiner one. This is a reissue of the Japanese Micromaster 6 Turbo, and they've just renamed the characters. I can't remember what their original Japanese names were, but yeah, I haven't opened it yet. But also got Hotspot from the same series, and Streetwise. I think you can see where I'm going with this now. Groove, Red Alert, and lastly First Aid. So that's the whole set to form what's under this line anyways. Show you on the back as well actually. Defensor. Although he's obviously not the same as the original Defensor. I don't know how that works continuity wise. Probably best not to ask when it comes to Transformers or something like that. And so that was a few things I got before Christmas, and so I bought those myself basically. And then Christmas Day I got a couple of things. I didn't get a lot of Transformer stuff Christmas Day because trying to convince certain members of my family to buy me what basically amounts to children's toys in their eyes is a bit of a no-go. Thankfully though, my sister is quite amiable to buy me such things, and I've got to take my hat off to her for getting me this. And she sort of went halves with my brother on this, but a boxed punch counterpunch. It's not got the original bubble in it, but it's got in a sort of zip clasp bag thing, and it is complete. It's got both guns in there, instructions, tech spec decoder, basically everything, and it's in mint condition pretty much. There's a little tiny bit of sticker wear, and other than that, it is absolutely mint. I say with the box as well. I do like it when they have the original price on there. I don't know if that's going to zoom in enough to let you see it. There you go, $15.99. If only they still cost that. So yeah, really happy with that, because that's one that I've been trying to get for a long time. So to get one in that condition with a box as well, fantastic. So big thank you to my sister for that one. And then from a friend of mine, amongst a few bits and bobs she got me, I've got, well, it came, I'll show you the pack first. They come in these blind packs. Obviously I've opened it, so but yeah, they're sort of some of the Arms Micron figures. I don't know if these are ones that come with the Arms Micron Prime toys, or whether this is like a separate line that are only available like this. I'm not entirely sure, but she got me this one, and it was, I'm just fiddling with it because I'm putting it in one mode first, sorry. Bumblebee, and he transforms. I'll quickly change him back into where I had him before. Doing it off camera because it's really not that fascinating. A bit fiddly, his bits don't want to stay exactly in the right place all the time, but he transforms into basically a sort of a claw blade thing, a bit like kind of like a two-pronged Wolverine claw. That's the sort of closest thing to that I can sort of equate it to. So that was the only two transform things I got on Christmas Day. I did get this hat actually from same friend who got me the Bumblebee, so just thought I'd wear it for this video. Detroit Lions, if anyone's wondering. Yeah, they're rubbish. So yeah, I quite like that blind pack thing. So I went to Toys R Us yesterday, and because that's where she told me she got it from. So we went down there yesterday, and I bought another one, and I was looking for a specific one, and I managed to get it, although not in the colour I would have preferred, because there's a couple of colour variations, but I wasn't too fussed about that. I just wanted to make sure I got the right one and not end up getting either the same one or one I didn't like. But I managed to get, let's put him in his other mode first, and then I'll transform him back. This is Gob, apparently, and he's a sort of a cobra snake thing. I don't really want to zoom into and get the detail on that. I'm just going to go... No, that's about as good as you can get. So yeah, he transforms. So remember how to do it. Where are we? I've made a right mess of this now. Bloody easiest thing I've got to transform over there. I've messed it right up. Come on. Ah, there we go. And he transforms into a kind of staff, dagger, sword, blade thing, and I quite like that. So that's why I went and got that. And these are like £2.50, I think, something like that. So I don't know if that's value for money, but something to fiddle around with, isn't it, I suppose. And so yeah, they fit on all the Prime toys. I've not tried them on any other toys, but basically these two kind of, I know one's the Gob, the Cobra is a Gobu, if you want to use the Japanese, is a Decepticon, but I like to put them both on my Prime RC, just as she sits on my desk, And so well, she had I had the Bumblebee one on her originally, and just thought, oh, I've got to go get another one, and she can have sort of 2 weapons. So she sits on my desk with those, because frankly, they're better than this piece of shit she comes with. A giant gun that's about nearly as tall as her, which is ridiculous. So yeah, so she gets those weapons now instead. So yeah, I got that yesterday. That was the only thing I got in Toys R Us. I was hoping they might have a Fall of Cybertron Shockwave, but plenty of Optimus Primes, a sprinkling of Jazz, no Shockwave. They did have the Bruticus Combaticons, but I thought, you know, it's not worth getting 1 or 2. You've got to buy the whole set, haven't you, to form Bruticus. At 13 quid each, 5 figures, 65 quid. Probably not a good idea at this time of year, because I bought lots of other stuff. Well, I got other stuff on the way, and so I didn't want to go and drop that kind of figure on something right now. Maybe sort of in a couple of months down the line, but then I suppose Fort Max is coming out, and then I think Memorabilia in Birmingham later, sort of March-ish time, and then it's going to be sort of saving for auto assembly. So I don't know. Maybe not. I'll have to wait and see on that one. And then today, got home today from work, because I have been working, which is rubbish. The latest issue of the Transformers Collectors Club magazine. I've not had a proper flick through this yet, and I'll show you why in a minute. But yeah, Circuit on the from the subscription series toys on the cover. I'm hoping that's not an omen and that he's the first one we get, because he's the one I'm least looking forward to. But I've sort of almost resigned myself to the fact that it's bound to be him that kind of turns up first. But that's due actually sometime next 4 weeks, I think. So I will, you know, probably do a video review of each of those whenever they turn up each month, if people are interested. So yeah, that's almost it. And then one last thing, and I would have said until now that Counterpunch was kind of like by far the crown jewel of this kind of little gathering of what I've bought, but then this arrived today, and I'm astounded it arrived today, because it was only posted apparently yesterday in Japan. So quite how that can get all the way from Japan in a day or two, when stuff can't seem to get around our own country in about 4 days at the minute, I've no idea. But there we go. And I've got to say that I bought this probably just before Christmas. I paid for it. Really excited about it. But it looks even better now that I've got it in my hands. Oh well, I'll show you the box first. It is the Transformers United Million Publishing Artfire. I think it's some sort of mail away exclusive in Japan, basically. I'll get this out of the box. I've had it out of the box, which is rare for things like this for me. But I was wanting to have a look at it, and I got it out earlier. I've transformed it once back and forth, and I've got to say, it is absolutely epic, this toy. It was worth every penny I paid for it. There he is. He's got some great light piping as well, which I don't think will show up too well in this video because of the crap light in this room. But yeah, there he is. Absolutely brilliant figure. I think he's like just a repaint slash remold of the Inferno and Grapple from the what would it be, Generations or Classics or whatever it is. I don't know. I can't bloody keep up with all the different lines. But he is absolutely brilliant, and he comes with what makes it even better. Get these guys out as well. He comes with 2 Target Masters, and these is how Target Masters should have been done back in the day. Look, articulation. We can move our arms and legs. Absolutely brilliant. I'm definitely going to do a review. Oh, dropped him. Good job it was one of the target masters and not the main figure. Definitely do a review of this guy, because it is... Well, I texted my friend as soon as I opened the box and went, just, this is fucking epic. Excuse my French. But yeah, I'm over the moon with how this has turned out. I say it looked good when I saw the pictures online, but having it in hand, well, I'm blown away by how good that is. So yeah, really glad I bought that. And I said, really surprised it turned up so quickly. Let's put it back in the box for now. So I'll do a review. And I know I've been promising videos and things and then not doing them. It's been a bit busy lately, so. And then, you know, the whole Star Wars thing, which we won't go into again. Put that back in the box probably. So yeah, that's everything really. I'll say most of it was just stuff I bought myself really over this period. But yeah, so it's been pretty good week or so. Hope everyone else has been having a good Christmas. Haven't seen many haul videos from people yet, so I'm expecting you guys to get some haul videos up. Yeah, so look forward to those. So I'll do an Artfire review soon. Once I've mastered the transformation, it took me about half an hour to transform it back and forth just the once. So need to get a bit more familiar with that one first. But yeah, so that's everything from me, I think. So yeah, hope you all had a good Christmas and have a great New Year. Catch you later.